Okay guys, good morning everyone. So today we're going to discuss the projectile motion. Supposedly, ito sana yung last topic natin before this, tawag dito, before tayo magbakasyon this year, 2025. At ang balik na nga sana natin is for January 5 examination na. However, yun nga, unfortunately, some things came up. So we have testimonial, which is para naman sa mga board passers natin yun pagdating ng time nyo naman, kayo naman yung bibigyan natin ng testimonial kapag pasa nyo na. So yun, meron lang event ng Monday, December 15 or to tomorrow yun, since December 14 today. So I decided na i-record na lang yung projectile motion para makover pa rin natin yung tatlong sections na hindi ko ma-meet by December 15. Okay? So ayun, so this is para sa lahat, much easier kasi for both of us na ganito na lang tayo mag-resort kaysa magkaroon pa tayo ng ang tawag dito, ng makeup class during this Friday, December 19 kasi bakasyon nyo naman na yun. So ayun, I decided to record na lang, and if may questions kayo, pwede nyo naman sa akin itanong anytime you want. Okay, but make sure please watch the video first. Panoorin mo nang mabuti yung video so that ma-list down yung mabuti kung ano ba yung mga questions nyo na mag-a-arise upon discussing this topic. Okay? So, ayun, we had the projectile motion. For our learning objectives, ito lang naman yung mga kailangan nating ma-hit na target ngayon. We have to discuss the motions of the projectile, of course, and solve problems on projectile motion. Of course din, kasi after the discussion of the concept, we have to apply those concepts to the problem solving, okay, or the problem solving questions. Okay, so yun, let's have an intro. So for the projectile motion, it is the motion of an object or thrown or projected into the air when after the initial force that launches the object. However guys, tulad ng sabi ko sa inyo, we're in kinematics. Okay, so hindi pa kasi natin talaga this one, etong portion na to, the initial force that launches the object. Okay, so yung part na yan is hindi pa naman natin siya concerned since we are still in kinematic forces. Okay, tatandaan nyo mabuti kapag may kinalaman na sa force, nasa kinetic na tayo nun. So, nasa quiz nyo yun. Okay? And pagka wala pa siyang kinalaman sa force that causes that motion, still nasa kinematics pa rin tayo. Nagkakaintindihan? Air resistance is negligible. This is very important. This is very important kasi mamaya i-discuss ko bakit. And the only other force that object experiences is the force of gravity. Please take note of this also. Ibig sabihin, ang force lang na na-experience ng object natin is the gravity. However, hindi mo pa consider yung mass dito. We are only aiming to apply the acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.81 meter per second square. Nagkakaintindihan? So, the object is called the projectile. Okay, the object is called the projectile. Yung object na nilaunch mo is called the projectile. And its path is called the trajectory. So, ayun, mamaya i-explain natin sa inyo kung alin ba dito. Okay, so let's see kung paano ba yun. So, eto guys is a simple construction or simple diagram kung paano ba nag-work ang projectile. I think you have the idea already kung paano ba nag-work ang isang projectile motion. Okay, eto daw, this is the object. Okay, eto yung tinatawag daw natin bilang the projectile. Sabi yan yung tinatawag natin as the projectile. And eto namang path na to, this is called the trajectory. Okay, so please take note of that. Okay, so this is a type of curvilinear motion also, but is solved using the rectilinear component. Paano po yun? Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay, ang pagkaka-launch ng object natin is simply, teka lang, baguhin siguro natin yung kulay para is simply ang pagkaka-launch ng object natin, etong projectile A na to, is ila-launch natin at a certain degree angle. Tama ba? At gagalaw yan along this trajectory. O for example, andito na siya sa point na yan. At any point within the line, masosolve natin yung velocity niya. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, at this point, kung titingnan nyo mabuti guys, basically, bakit natin siya sinosolve as a rectilinear? Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, during the launch, okay, titingnan nyo mabuti, pag ganyan yung motion niya, di ba? Tama. Then, ibig sabihin, habang gumagalaw siya pa kanan or pa kaliwa or whatever, habang gumagalaw siya along the horizontal axis, tama ba? Is gumagalaw ka rin along your vertical axis. Nagkakaintindihan? Meaning guys, that, may ads na naman. Meaning guys, that whenever you have the projectile motion, nagbe-breakdown yung motion or yung motion natin into components. Kasi gumagalaw ka pa kanan, gumagalaw ka pa itaas, or pababa, whatever it is, basta along the horizontal, along the vertical, if you have the motion, okay, under the projectile motion, ibig sabihin, maisi-separate mo yung components niya into two components, which is the horizontal and the vertical component. Okay, so, yun. And then, after that, from point A, kung mapansin nyo, after i-launch yan, at a certain period time, pupunta na dito sa point B yan, which is yung parang final destination niya. Okay, meaning, from point A to point B, ayun guys, yung kanyang, yung kanyang change in position. So, you have point A, nasa point A ka, so you have the initial position dito, okay, and your final position is eto na. Di ba sabi natin kanina, this is part of curvilinear motion but can be solved using the rectilinear ones, but both X and Y, okay? Ibig sabihin, but both the horizontal and the vertical axis. Now guys, if you're going to think about it, tingnan nyo mabuti. Diba, sa rectilinear motion, we only have the initial position and the final position. Bakit? Hindi na natin siya dinedenote as our SX or SY, tama, for the position, kasi nga, rectilinear yun, diretso lang. Meaning, there's no such thing na hindi natin siya nilaunch at a certain degree angle, yung motion niya is hindi masiseparate o masisegregate into two components. Diretso lang siya. So, at this point, guys, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, kung gumalaw ka pa kanan or pa kaliwa, at along the horizontal axis, meaning, magkakaroon ka ng displacement along the x-axis. Tama? Mula dito hanggang dito. Tama ba? So, this is your X ngayon. Ibig sabihin, yan yung horizontal change in position mo. Tama? So, hindi mo kasi, mahirap kasi siya i-analyze if eto agad yung focus mo. Tama ba? Kasi technically, that's the displacement. That's the shortest line between the 2 points of consideration, the initial and the final position. However, yun nga, medyo challenging siya i-analyze that way, kaya isa-separate na lang natin siya into components. Now naman, since gumalaw siya horizontally, nagkaroon siya ng horizontal displacement, gumalaw din siya vertically, therefore, gagalaw din siya upward, tama, or downward, or whatever. Basta along the y-axis, gagalaw siya. Therefore, magkakaroon din siya dito ng vertical change in position. So, ibig sabihin pala nun, ayan pala yun. Ibig sabihin that the projectile motion can be analyzed into two components, the horizontal and the vertical. Ibig sabihin, yung position natin is along the x, meron tayong displacement about x, and about y naman, we also have the displacement y, since gumalaw siya horizontally and vertically. Okay? So, yan lang naman siguro ang kailangan tandaan for now. And eto, magi-state lang ako siguro dito ng mga dapat yung tandaan for the concept base. Okay, so ito yung pinakamahalagang mga dapat nyong tandaan. Kasi most importantly, these are formula based. Titingnan nyo kung bakit mamaya i-explain natin. So siguro, for concept naman, lagay ko dito siguro, this is concept. Okay. Okay. For number 1, siguro. Okay. For number 1, ang una nating concept is whenever whatever is the initial sense of the particle, okay, pakingtingnan nyo lang ito mabuti, no? Or the initial direction of motion, that will say the sign of gravity. Ibig sabihin, yun daw sign ng natin, yun daw kung paano daw yung initial motion natin, yun daw yung magdidikta sa atin kung ano daw yung epekto ng gravity to our projectile motion. Una, okay, Okay, if the projectile is launched upward, for example, if this is your projectile, okay, tapos ni-launch siya upward, ayan, pag ganyan, okay, ibig sabihin, yung motion mo, di ba sabi natin, i-analyze natin siya into two components, the horizontal and the vertical component. Ibig sabihin, yung vertical component mo is paangat, tama? Meaning, kung paangat, okay, ibig sabihin that the acceleration of our object is opposing the gravity. Tama ba? This is our AY. Tama? Teka lang. Wait lang. Di ba this is our the acceleration due to gravity? Paangat yung magiging acceleration due to gravity. Ibig sabihin, yung AY mo is against the gravity. Meaning, your AY is equal to negative G. Nagkakaintindihan? For the next one naman, we have the letter B here. Okay? For example naman, yung object mo is thrown downward. Okay? Ibig sabihin, for example, you have cliff. Meron kang cliff dyan. Tapos, andito sa baba, yung pinaka-base ng cliff mo. Okay? Pag inihagi siya directly downward from the line or from the datum line, ito tinatawag ng datum line. Okay? Ibig sabihin naman that your gravity, okay, travels along the sense of your acceleration y, sorry. The acceleration AY, okay, goes along with the gravity. Ibig sabihin that your AY is simply positive G. Okay? Okay, tatandaan nyo din that the gravity is equal to 9.81 meter per second square in SI unit, and the gravity is 32.2 feet per second square in English units. Okay, so that's for our first concept. Okay, next naman, makinig mabuti dito, this is very important. Okay, next naman is the horizontal acceleration. Okay, is, or the AX, okay, is equal to 0. Paano po nangyayari yun? Okay, recall that we have, di ba we have the Fx is equal to MAX. Kung naalala nyo to guys, this is kahit saan sa friction, saan nyo ba nakikita itong mga to? Sa friction, sa physics, this is the second law of motion, that force is directly proportional to the acceleration, where M or the mass is the constant of proportionality. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay? Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ang analysis natin dito, okay, the analysis is neglect the air resistance. Ibig sabihin, kapag we have to neglect the air resistance, okay, if ito yung object mo, hindi ka magkakaroon ng force pag ganyan. Tama? Kunyari, for example, papunta doon yung direction ng projectile mo. Ngayon, ang air resistance kasi is technically kukontrahin niya yan na ganyan, di ba? So, this is air resistance. Air resistance. Tama? Ayan yung air resistance niya. Kaso hindi nga natin siya kinoconsider. So, there is no air resistance. Meaning, along the horizontal axis, tandaan mabuti to, along the horizontal axis, wala kang magiging exerted na force. Bakit? Hindi ba that your gravity is the only force acting on the object? Diba sabi natin yan, consider natin. Since wala tayong air resistance, meron lang tayong gravity. Therefore, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ibig sabihin, yung Fx natin dito is equal to 0. Tama? At kung titingnan nyo mabuti, if we have to divide it both sides with M, tama ba? With the constant of proportionality M. Therefore, yung Ax mo is equal to 0. So, to summarize lang this idea, wala ka kasing force na mag-a-act along the x-axis. Tama? Ibig sabihin, kung gumagalaw ka along the x-axis, tuloy-tuloy ka lang gumagalaw pero walang pagbabago doon sa may acceleration mo. Dahil hindi ka naman itutulak. Hindi ba alam natin that F is equal to mass times acceleration is mag-accelerate yung object natin kapag may nag-i-induce sa kanya na force. The only force na pwedeng mag-induce sa kanya is the air resistance. Pwede siyang pigilan nun habang papunta siya doon, di ba? Yung sabi ko sa inyo kanina. However, dahil nga in this concept of projectile motion, hindi natin kinoconsider si air resistance, meaning wala kang force na nag-i-induce sa object mo. Kung wala kang force na nag-i-induce sa object mo, therefore, zero yung force Okay? And if you get the mass times the acceleration, simply, your acceleration is equal to 0. Nagkakaintindihan? So, yun. Pasensya na medyo maraming aso. So, yun. Next one is for number 3. Okay? For number 3, okay? Since, okay, sige, mamaya na siguro to. Number 3 naman, ganito. Tandaan nyo itong mabuti, no? Ito mahalaga din to. For number 3, establish your datum. Una, we have to establish the datum. Okay? Lagi yung tatandaan that the datum is established kung nasaan yung ating, that the datum is established kung nasaan yung initial position ng ating object. For example, ayan. Okay? And ito. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? Teka lang. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, yung red line na to, this is our datum. Tama? Yan yung axis ng initial position mo. This is also the datum. Okay? Ayan. Ngayon, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, okay, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, positive yung y daw natin, positive yung y, okay, if above the datum. Okay? And then, negative yung y natin below the datum. But guys, technically, sa x naman, ganun din. If nasa right tayo ng datum about y natin, positive. However, pagka nasa kakaliwa naman, negative naman tayo. Nagkakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, mag-establish ka ng datum in your initial position. Tapos, after mo makapag-establish ng initial position, or the initial datum, kailangan mo naman guys, tingnan kung nasa taas ba yung change niya. For example, if yung final position mo is nandito sa taas ng datum, tama ba? Nasa taas ng datum, meaning, yung y mo dyan is positive y. Paano for example, ganito. Okay, paano naman for example, sige, dito ko na nasusulat. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, this is our datum. For example, ito yung object natin. Okay? Para may reference kayo. Okay? So, for example, ayan yung datum, tama? Ayan yung datum. So, this is your A. Tama? Ngayon, after mo ma-launch at a certain angle, nakarating ka dito sa may part B or the point B. Tama? Kung titingnan mabuti, this is your initial position and this is your final position. Since ito dito mo, paangat yan, therefore, we have positive y. Nagkakaintindihan? And then, ito naman, yung para sa susunod natin. Tama, di ba positive yung y? Paano naman guys, kapag ka, for example, ganito. Okay? Ito yung datum mo. Ayan yung object A mo. Tama, ayan yung object A mo. Inihagis mo yan ngayon at napunta. Sorry, pangit. So, napunta yan ngayon dito sa baba. Tama? Ngayon, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, di ba this is your datum? Sabihin, diyan ka magme-measure ng displacement. Pababa yan. Tama? Hanggang dyan sa may ano mo, therefore, you have negative y. By the way, guys, that the y value is always measured from the datum. Same sa x value. Tama? From the datum lagi yon. Ang datum ulit, ang datum na sinasabi natin, dun sa may particle mo, nasaan yung initial position ng particle mo, i-establish mo dun yung datum. Pag tumaas ka, nag-change ka along the y, ibig sabihin, positive yung, positive yung iyong y. And then negative naman kapag ka pababa. Okay? Ibig sabihin, nasa baba ng datum mo yung final position. Yun lang yun. Okay? And for number 4, guys, solve for rectilinear or use the rectilinear. Palitan natin. So, use the rectilinear equations. Okay, tingnan nyo mabuti ha. Ito medyo matutuwa kayo dito. Use the constant rectilinear equations. Now, sir, wala na po tayo ditong V is equal to ds over dt, saka a is equal to ds over dt. Wala na po tayong ganun. So guys, bakit nga ba naging constant tayo dito? Bakit natin i-apply yung constant rectilinear equations? Kung mapapansin nyo, ax is equal to 0 at yung ay is equal to positive or negative gravity. So, depende nga sa sense yan, di ba? These are both constant. 0 is constant at yung gravity natin is constant at 9.81 meter per second. Tama? So, this is both constant. Meaning, along the x and the y-axis, constant yung ating acceleration. So, along the x-axis, constant siya, that equal to 0. At along the y-axis naman, constant naman siya. We have the positive or negative gravity. Okay, so ibig sabihin, applicable yung constant rectilinear equations natin. Okay, so tingin ko, the next thing we're going to do, okay, wala muna tayong sample problem, i-derive natin isa-isa para lang makita nyo kung paano ba yung ginagawa natin doon sa ating mga formulas. Nagkakaintindihan? So, yun. Okay guys, so ngayon naman is, ayun nga, sabi ko sa inyo, i-derive natin yung formula using the constant rectilinear equation. Ano po yun? Yun guys, yung mga na-derive natin before, yung ginagamit natin directly if constant yung acceleration natin, kung matatandaan nyo. Okay, we have tatlong formulas na na-derive, di ba? Tama. So una is, eto, sige, siguro dito natin ilagay. Okay, wait lang. Medyo manipis. Okay, so we have V is equal to VO plus AT. Oh, yun natatandaan nila. Tama. Yan guys. V is equal to VO plus AT. By the way, ang consideration natin dito, okay? Teka lang pala, burahin ko muna. Okay? Ang consideration natin dito, makinig ang consideration sa pagde-derive ng formula dito, ang considerations, ito minsan ko na lang babanggitin, ano? The considerations is the AX, tama ba, is equal to 0. At yung motion natin dito is positive napunta sa kanan. Nagkakaintindihan? At ito naman guys, ito is yung AY natin is equal to negative gravity such that yung sense natin is upward. Kung titingnan nyo mabuti, ganito ya. Ibig sabihin, ang conditions natin dito, this is your position. Okay? Tandaan nyo to, no? Mahalaga to. This is your initial position. Ang launch natin is pataas, kaya tayo nag-negative gravity. Gumagalaw tayo ng pataas, gumagalaw din tayo ng pakanan. Nagkakaintindihan? O, ibig sabihin, ayan yung consideration natin dito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, let's derive formula na considerations in deriving. Okay, in derivation. In derivation. Ayan. Now, pwede natin pangalanan yung una. Okay? For our first equation, di ba we have V is equal to what? Is equal to VO plus AT. Nagkakaintindihan? Now, along the X, so sige, along X, kung matandaan nyo, di ba, pwede natin siya pangalan, di ba sabi natin, isosolve natin siya na magkahiwalay along the X and along the Y. In general, ayan yung formula natin. We have the V is equal to VO plus AT. So, along the X, i-relate lang natin siya along the X. So, ibig sabihin, we have the Vx is equal to, Vox plus AX T. Eh, di ba sinabi nga natin that the acceleration along the X is equal to 0. Meaning, cancel na yan. So, the Vx is simply Vox. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ito yung ating first derived formula. Okay, di ba? Basic lang. Next is along the Y. Mamaya nyo pa naman malalaman syempre yan. Along the Y, okay, i-relate lang ulit natin. Therefore, we have Vy is equal to Voy plus Ayt. Okay? Pero alam nyo guys that the Ay is equal to negative G dahil paangat nga yung assumption natin dito sa pagde-derive ng formula. Ibig sabihin, we have Vy is simply equal to Voy minus Gt. Tama? So, this is our, teka lang, sobrang kapal. This is our second formula. So, meron na tayong dalawa. Okay, meron na tayong dalawa. Nagkakaintindihan? So, we have the along x and also along y. Yan yung una nating mga formulas. Okay? Next, para hindi overcrowded, tandaan nyo yung considerations natin, ano? Okay? Next naman is, we have the general formula we have for 2. Okay? Alam nyo to, naalala nyo to, S is equal to SO plus VOT plus 1/2 AT square. Nagkakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, along the x, okay, along the x, guys, take a look. Along the x, di ba papangalanan ko lang siya as x is equal to SX is equal to SOX plus BOXT plus 1/2 AXT square. And again, 0 to. Tama ba? 0 nga yung assumption natin dyan. So, I have the AX is equal to SOX plus BOXT. Ayan lang yun. Okay? At tatandaan nyo rin, usually naman kasi dito, that yung initial position natin, the initial position natin is nagbibigin lang naman lagi sa datum, which is ang datum natin, kung maaalala nyo, ang datum natin, ang starting point niya is always 0. Pero just in case, to give you, di ba that the SX minus SOX is equal to, is equal to delta X, or simply pangalanan na lang natin as X. Meaning, pag nilipat natin ito doon, di ba, ganun mangyayari, SX minus SOX. So, pwede natin sabihin, actually, this is okay na to. Okay na sana to. Yung, okay na to. Okay. However, para lang mas maging conservative, we have SX minus SOX, or the final position minus the initial position along X is equal to delta X kasi talaga yan. Tama. Pero X na lang ipangalan natin. Kasi sa textbooks, X lang naman din talaga. So, X is simply equal to VOX. Ibig sabihin, the change in position, ito yung x na yan, x ito yung tinatawag natin na x na yan, is simply equal to VOXT. Nagkakaintindihan? So, that's for our third formula. The next one is we're going to solve for the along the y naman. Okay? Huwag kayo mainip, para kasi pwede nyo kami saduin yan. Wala namang problem. The problem is, paano pag nakalimutan nyo? Yun kasi medyo challenging dun eh. Okay? Okay, so i-relate naman natin siya along the y. So we have the SY is equal to SOY plus VOYT, tama, plus 1/2 AYT square. Nagkakaintindihan? So sabihin, SY is simply equal to SOY plus VOYT minus 1/2 GT square. Okay? Kasi magtaka kayo bakit naka 1/2 yun. Pero since i-consider na natin na negative yan, huwag na kayo magpa-plug in ng negative values ng gravity. Okay? So, bahala na kayo doon. Kung ipa-plug in yung negative G, i-positive nyo muna yun. Bawal siya maging redundant. Yun lang naman lagi yun. So, pwede ko rin bang sabihin that SY minus SOY is equal to delta Y? Or simply, pangalanan ko na lang siya as Y. Sabihin, y is simply equal to, bakit ba nag-SY minus SOY? Yung pagdilipat mo sa kabila yung SOY na yan, di ba? So, magiging minus SOY siya dyan. Y is simply equal to VOYT minus 1/2 GT square. So, tama. So, yun guys, ang ating fourth derived formula. So, tandaan nyo lang yan. Isasend ko naman sa inyo to. So, this is our third. This is our third and this is our fourth formula. Okay? So, yun na. And we are down for the last one. Okay? For the last one, naaalala niyo ba din ba to? In our rectilinear solving, we have the V square is equal to VO square plus 2AS. Tama? Kakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, look, ibig sabihin, along the VY, tinan yung mabuti we have the VX square, so along the X pala, sorry. Along the X, okay, we have the VX square is equal to VOX square, tama, plus 2AX S. So, makakancel lang ulit ito dahil 0 nga yan. Lagi na lang natin kinakancel, di ba? So, makakancel natin yan kasi 0. Therefore, we have the Vx square is equal to wait lang, masyadong mataas. We have the Vx square is equal to Vox square. Kung i-square mo both sides, parang ganoon lang sa kanina yan, that Vx is equal to Vox. Tama? So again, that's for course, mabawasan yung ano nyo. Mabawasan yung kakabisaduhin nyo kasi katulad lang to ng number 1 natin. Okay? Next, paano naman kapag along the y? Along the y. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron tayong along the y, kung titingnan nyo mabuti, along y, okay? So, we have, along the y, we have vy square, tama? Is equal to voy square minus 2g sy. Ay, sorry. Yes, tama. 2g sy. Teka lang, huwag muna natin i-direct. Baka malito iba. Okay? So, vy square, we have the voy square minus, okay, 2ay, ganyan na ba? 2ay s. So, ito may x to. sy. Okay, so sabihin, we have the vy square is simply equal to voy square minus 2g. Ito plus pala yan kasi hindi pa naman natin siya kino-consider. Minus 2g sy. So, ayan lang naman guys yung para sa ating third or sixth and final equations na madiderive. Okay? So, titandaan nyo ito mabuti, no? Kasi pwedeng dyan kayo umikot. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan. Ano pa ba? Ano pa ba yung iba nating consideration? So, technically, ito yung mga general notes siguro natin. Okay, bago tayo mag-ano. So, sana habang pinapanood nyo or balikan nyo, ilista nyo na agad yung mga formulas para pagdating natin ng sample problem, alam nyo na agad yung gagamitin natin. Kahit bigyan nyo lang naman ng summary. No? Note that, okay, yung velocity natin is simply equal to what? Since sinolve natin siya along the x and y, siguro magkakabuo ng dalawa yan. Tama? We have the vx square plus vy square. Tama? And then yung theta natin, simply tangent or the inverse tangent ng Vx over Vy. Okay? Tandaan nyo ito mabuti. Vox, okay, the Vox is equal to Vo cosine of theta or the initial theta kung nasaan man siya. Okay, the Voy is equal to Vo sine of theta. Tandaan nyo mabuti that the theta, okay, tandaan nyo ito, note that, ito mahalaga to, note that the angle through which nag-a-act yung angle natin dapat along the horizontal axis yan para gumana to. Nagkakaintindihan? Sir, paano po, for example, meron tayong condition, for example, paano po sir, pag naka-incline yung plane natin? Sabihin sir, ito yung initial position natin, ayan, and then dito pumunta. Tama? Ayan, and then ayan. Tapos, ganito po yung motion niya, pero yung angle niya is along dito. So, sabihin, pangalanan natin to as beta. And we have, di ba sabi nyo sir, na dapat along the x-axis. Pag ganyan, tingnan nyo mabuti. Okay? So, pangalanan ko siguro to as alpha. Okay? Ang theta na kino-consider natin dyan is mula dito hanggang dito. Nagkakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin that the theta is equal to beta plus alpha. So, ganyan guys. Yun lang naman ang notes natin dito. Ito guys, next is other derived formulas. Ito for convenience, ito siguro yung pinakamahalagang gagamitin natin. Okay, other derived formulas. Ang limitations sa to, tandaan nyo mabuti, ang limitations sa to, pag ganyan yung motion natin, okay? Sabihin, paangat. Sabihin, yung consideration natin dito is negative yung gravity. Ano pa ba yung consideration natin pag ganyan? Positive or negative y. Again, positive above the datum, negative below datum. Okay? So, ang formulas na yan is eto, ang limitations niya or ang paggamit na to, tignan niyo mabuti. If, teka lang, i-read ko para galit ng galit. If no time given. Okay? So, if no time given, ibig sabihin, ano ba yung magpo-formulate tayo ng equations kung saan hindi natin kailangan yung time kasi hindi nga siya given. Tama? Ngayon, siguro, balikan natin, okay, dito guys, i-relate natin yung ano ba yung pwede natin pagkunan, di ba? Kapag po-formulate tayo ng equations, kailangan may pag-extract tayo. So, i-relate natin dito yung along the horizontal saka along the vertical. Since, ano ba yung mga ano dyan? Ano ba yung mga given natin dyan? We have the position, okay? And we also have the position. Yun lang naman kadalasan may given tayo yan or hinahanap. Yan lang din naman. We have the position. Now, ano ngayon yung pwede natin kunin na formulas? Hindi ba ito? Hindi ba yung dalawa na yan? So, we have x is equal to VOXT at y is equal to VOYT minus 1/2 GT square. Tama ba? So, ibig sabihin, okay, kunin natin yan parehas. Kasi sila lang guys, yung function na opposition, kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, lagi naman to na binibigay, o kung yan may hinahanap, madali lang yan. Y and X, lagi tayo meron definite na dimensions about that. Okay? And then parehas silang may time, meaning pwede natin silang i-relate dalawa. Tandaan nyo ito mabuti, no? For our equation 1, we have X, teka lang. Kapal. Okay, we have the X is equal to VOXT. Nagkakaintindihan? So that's ibig sabihin kung palilitawin natin yung time dyan, napakadali. Time is equal to what? Time is equal to time is equal to X over VOX. Tama? Divide mo lang both sides. And siguro, isi-simplify na natin, T is equal to X over the VO cosine of theta. Okay? So, ito, pwede nyo natin itong tandaan. Itong portion na to, pwede nyo natin tandaan yan. Okay? Yan, guys, is yung equation 1 natin. Pero, pwede nyo na siyang tandaan. Okay? As our parang special formulas for this topic. So, we have the equation 1. And then, for the equation 2, di ba sabi natin, y is equal to VOYT. Okay? Minus 1/2 GT square. Tandaan niyo yung limitations natin, no? Sige, lagyan ko to positive or negative y. Okay. Nagkakaintindihan? So, ibig sabihin, dyan natin ipa-plug in. Ano yung value ng time? Time is equal to x over ito. Time is equal to x over the VOX t. So, pwede ko mong sabihin that positive or negative y is simply equal to VOY. Siguro, yung VOY natin, i-translate na rin natin into ang component. Therefore, we have VO sine of theta multiplied by time. Ano yung time? X over the VO cosine of theta minus 1/2. Okay? The gravity. Okay, hindi ko muna lalagyan ng value yan. T square. Ano ba yung T? Again, T over VO cosine of theta square. Okay, so kung titingnan nyo to, yan for the first term natin, di ba pwede ko itong cancelin kasi parehas naman silang VO. VO divide VO is matanggal. And then, ang matitira is X sin theta. Tingnan mabuti. Positive or negative y. Ang mga titira dyan ngayon is X sin theta over cosine of theta minus 1/2 G X over VO cosine of theta square. Eh, hindi ba pwede natin i-simplify yung term na yan? Yung sin theta over cosine theta, ano yun? So, positive or negative y is equal to X tangent of theta minus 1/2 G X over VO cosine of theta square. So, that's formula natin. Again, ang limitations nito is only gagamitin mo siya kung wala tayong time na given. And then, kung wala tayong time na given at hinahanap yung time ng kasunod, ayan na lang din yung formula ang gagamitin natin. Pakitandaan ito, pakisulat na, kasi most of the time, dyan lang din naman tayo iikot. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan ba? So, that's for the formulas. Okay, yun lang naman. I think, let's go to the sample problem. O bago lang matapos, pakibalikan ito. Okay, this is the concept. Pa-screenshot na. 1, 2, 3, screenshot. And then ito paki-screenshot na rin. 1, 2, 3. And paki-screenshot. Bakit ba ako nagbibilang? Pwede nyo naman i-post. Diba? Hindi nagtitink. Ayan. Next is, ayan. And for, ito naman, ayan yung mga general conditions lang natin and the derived formulas. Okay, sige, zoom ko na. Okay, paki-picturean. Ayan. Okay? And let's wait lang. Bago pala tayo mag-proceed sa sample problem, tandaan nyo lang to. Ito pa is mga general conditions pa to. Okay, aside from the condition. Ito naman is ang approach natin. Ito naman is a different, same concept but additional approach lang siya. Okay, general condition, theta daw is positive if the projectile is directed upward. So yun, alam niyo din naman yun that para lang siyang para lang siyang the gravity natin. Kabaligtaran lang nun. So projected upward siya, positive yung theta niya since, ayun. Okay, next is negative naman kapag directed downward. Okay, pag sinabi natin directed downward, ito yung object mo. Ito yung, for example, may cliff dyan, binato ka pa bang ganun. Okay, ibig sabihin yung projectile mo is directed downward. So, ibig sabihin negative yung iyong magiging theta. Okay, next is the Vy is positive if directed upward and negative if directed downward. So, ibig sabihin, ganun pa rin. Tingnan nyo mabuti, ito yung undirected downward lang. Undirected upward kasi yung tinutukoy natin is yung pa ganun. Undirected downward is yung pa punta dito. Nagkakaintindihan? So, yun. Next is at any point below the origin, the sign of y is negative. So, tingnan nyo mabuti. Ito. Ayan. Okay, since ito yung datum natin, di ba sabi ko mag-set up tayo ng datum. Okay, at alin may nasa baba ng x natin or the origin below the origin, ang sign ng y is negative. Na-discuss ko naman to pretty much yung kanina. Okay. And ito naman, ito is mahalaga din to. Okay. Paano naman natin i-analyze yung motion ng particle at any given point? Okay, at point O, kung titignan nyo mabuti, at point O, okay, ito lang naman yan. Siyempre, sa origin ka, your x is 0, your y is equal to 0 at origin. Okay, and then the VOX is simply yun nga, dinerive natin kanina, VOX is equal to VO cosine theta and VOY is the VOY, o VO sine theta. Okay, that's for nasa initial position ka. Paano naman po kapag nasa peak ka or the highest point A? Kung nasa highest point A ka, alam mo that the velocity or the final velocity at the highest point is simply equal to 0. Nagkakaintindihan? At eto guys, yung na-derive ng mga formulas na to, is same lang doon sa mga na-derive na formula natin kanina, but mas dinerive pa ulit. Kumbaga, at this point, derive na siya considering that Vy is equal to 0. So, tingin ko kayo na mag-derive nun kung ganun. And then, for the time naman, is simply VOYG. Pwede nyo kabisaduhin yan, yung at any point. Pwede nyo din naman kabisaduhin yung diniscuss ko kanina. So, ibig sabihin, you have two options on how to analyze the projectile motion. Diba? Ang dami. Next is at any point B, meaning at any point B, okay? Ayan lang naman yun. The AX is always equal to 0. Ayan lang ang dinerive natin kanina. Is equal to BOT. Okay? Then the AY is negative G. Okay? VOY is equal to negative. Ayan. Okay. Ayan lang naman guys yung halos na natin. Ito yung na-derive natin kanina. Di ba? The X tangent theta minus GX square. So, yan lang yun guys. May ilalim lang yung mga values natin. Okay? The acceleration due to gravity is taken as 9.81 in SI unit. But, tulad ng sabi ko, we have 32.2 feet per second square in English units. At the ground level C, at the ground level C, y is equal to 0. Okay, the Vy is equal to negative VOY. The V is equal to VO. Okay, the initial velocity is equal to the final velocity. Kasi ganyan lang naman yung magiging projectile niya. Bago, kung same level sila, at the ground level C, ibig sabihin, same level si origin sa C, V niya is equal to final velocity. Pero magiging magkaiba sila kung yung initial position at final position mo is not the same level. Nagkakaintindihan? Okay? And, ayan, ito yun. The Vy is equal to negative VOY if hindi sila magka-same ng level. V is equal to VO kung same ng level sila tulad ng nasa figure natin. Nagkakaintindihan? Paano ba yun? That V, ito yung particle mo, ito yung final position, tama, ground sila kasi pumatong ka na sa ganyan. However guys, hindi kayo same level. Kasi ang same level is ito dapat. Okay? Saburahin ko lang. Okay. And then again, these are for more ang tawag dito, conservative, yung parang mas elaborated siya. However, sobrang dami kasi niyan. I think hindi ko i-advise na kabisaduhin niyo yan. Tandaan niyo lang yung mga conditions natin, okay, at any ground or at any point or at any level within the trajectory. Okay? So, we are down for the sample problem. So, lilipat ko to kasi para mas madali.